você é Pedro, e sobre esta pedra edificarei a minha igreja, e as portas do inferno não poderão vencê-la. Amém.
Je vais lire pour vous la parole de Dieu en français, dans Matthieu chapitre 16, verset 18. Et moi, je te dis que tu es Pierre, et que sur cette pierre, je bâtirai mon église, et que les portes du séjour des morts ne prévaudront point contre elle. Parole du Seigneur.
또 내가 네게 이르노니 너는 베드로라 내가 이 반석 위에 내 교회를 세우리니 음부의 권세가 이기지 못하리라. 마태복음 16장 18절 말씀. 아멘.
Leemos de la palabra de Dios en Mateo 16, versículo 18. Y yo también te digo que tú eres Pedro, y sobre esta roca edificaré mi iglesia, y las puertas del Hades no prevalecerán contra ella. Dios bendiga su palabra.
Also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Let the church say, Amen.
said to David, the Lord has put away what? Your sin. You shall not die. What? I know, amen, but I'm sorry. Wait a minute. It's this guy that just raped a woman, just murdered a guy, is hiding his sin. Because of it, the baby's gonna die. Because of it, his whole family's gonna be into violence. And when he says, I have sinned against God, the prophet says, don't worry. Your sin has been put away. God has forgiven you. Let's bring it home. More real, maybe. Here's a guy that is a child molester. And he just molesting your family. Some little kid in your family. But then he says, I have sinned against God. Lord, forgive me. And God, in a moment, forgive that guy. How do you feel about that guy?
Mercy.
Outrageous grace. Outrageous grace of our God.
Yes,
No
yes,
matter what you do, forgives you.
yes, yes,
No matter how deep you fall in sin, restores you.
yes.
No matter how far you've gone away, He is waiting for you to come back and hug you, say, son, welcome home.
Yes.
Outrageous grace. And so, when David finally recognizes his sin, he writes that song, Psalm 51, that we began to read. It says, have mercy, O God, according to your loving kindness, according to the multitude of your tender mercies. Now, the word there, tender mercies, is connected to, the root of that word is connected to the mother's womb. He's saying, just like a mother who has compassion of her child, have compassion of me, God. That type of mercy. And then he says, blot out my transgressions. Now, David wants to be sure that everything is fine with his God. And he uses every possible word, some of the main words for sin in the Bible. First of all, he says there, blot out my transgressions. The way blot out there is the same word that's used when the Lord destroyed the earth. He wiped out the earth with the flood. Remember the flood story? Yeah. When the Lord cleaned out everything, the same word. He's saying, Lord, blot out my transgressions. Remove my transgressions. Transgressions, by the way, is pesach. Say pesach. And the Hebrew word pesach means an act of rebellion with the idea of independence, the idea of challenging the authority. I rebel against God. I do my own thing. I don't care what they say. That's what David did. He rebelled against God, pesach. And now he's saying, God, wipe out, remove my rebellion altogether. Altogether. Then he says, wash me thoroughly from my iniquity. Wash me. Now we can think about washing and we think about a washing machine, right? Yeah. Well, how many of you live in those days? Anybody here? Okay, some people here, some people here. When people wash their clothing at the river, okay, I used to go on vacation in my country when I was a teenager, and I had an aunt that used to do this. Especially the jeans. They would take the jeans to the river, find a rock, and just smack it up.
Yes.
Right? Just smack it up. And getting all that dirt out from those clothing. And David is using the same word used for that, connecting the idea of hitting against the rock. So David is saying, Lord, you know I've sinned. I messed it up. But now he's saying, wash me. And the way he's saying wash me is, Lord, hit me. By the way, he's using now a second word here, awon, which means also sin. Okay, sin, iniquity. He's saying now, Lord, take me and hit me against the rock. Hit me, Lord. Remove my iniquity. Remove my sin. Though it hurts me, take me, Lord. Hit me on the rock that is Jesus Christ. Hit me on the rock and remove my impurity. Hit me on the rock and remove my sins, Lord. Now, when God comes to you and you allow the Lord to just let you fall on the rock, it hurts. No one likes to be pointed out and say, you sin. You're selfish. You're proud. You're envious. We don't like that. But David's saying, God, I messed it up so much, I don't mind, Lord. I don't mind. Cleanse me all around. Not only blot out my transgression, but now wash my sins, though it hurts me when you do it. Because it hurts. When God is wanting to shape you and transform you, it hurts. Because He goes right where it hurts. That nail. Right to the point. And we all know where it hurts. We all have our issues. All of us. All of us. But the great thing is that God is working in you and me. Amen. He's working in you and me. And so He's praying, wash me. The Bible says in Jeremiah 2:22, although you wash yourself with soap and use an abundance of cleansing powder, the stain of your guilt is still before me, declares the Lord. There's nothing you can do to wash yourself, to cleanse yourself. But Malachi 3:2 says, but who can endure the day of His coming? Who can stand when He appears? For He will be like a refiner's fire or a lavender's soap. God is the soap that we need to remove every single stain for our lives. And He has promised to do so. Now all this is saying, Lord, remove my iniquity, remove my rebellion. But then He goes on and says, and cleanse me from my sin. That's the common word for sin. That means miss the mark. Lord, I've missed the mark of what you expected from me as a king, as a Christian, as a leader. Lord, remove my sin, for I missed the mark. I fail you there. It's my one favorite text here. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Let's say it together. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within. One more time, together. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Now, David is using here a particular word for create, not just a common word. But the word here that he uses is barak. So it says barak. Not Barack Obama, but barak. That word is used in Genesis, where it says, in the beginning, God created. God barak. And the word means creation ex nihilo, creation out of nothing. When God created the fishes, where did He get the material from? Nowhere. When God created the trees, where did He get the material from? Nowhere. Creation ex nihilo, out of nothing. God said, let it be, and it was. God made something out of nothing. David is not only satisfied saying, God, cleanse me, purify me, remove iniquity. He's saying, it's not enough, Lord. Though you wash me, though you forgive me, though you cleanse me, that is not enough. God, I need a new heart. Create a new heart. I don't have one. The one that I have is too dirty to be cleansed. Can you, God, just give me a new heart? Create in me a new heart and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation. See, when you are in sin, when you are doing wrong with the Lord, you don't have joy. Have you been there? You feel bad. You can't sleep at night. You go to church, but you know that you need to have a conversation with the Lord. You know, some private, quiet time with the Lord. And so David is saying, God, restore the joy of my salvation. God, restore my purity. God, restore my innocence. God, restore my honesty. God, restore my virginity. God, restore who I am in Christ Jesus. And God is able to do that. To do that. I want to do an invitation for you this afternoon as we wrap up. As we recognize that we're living in a society, we're living in a world where we are being constantly bombarded by the media. We live in a society where the enemy is finding ways to damage your heart, to stain your heart, and to remove that innocence and that purity that God gave to us. Many times we get ourselves in trouble for our own actions. And we are careless in protecting ourselves. And like Joseph, running away from temptation. And I don't know your life. I don't know what is happening to you this week. I don't know what's happening to you right now. But I know one thing. God is able to restore you. To forgive you, to cleanse you. And to create a new heart in you and in me. And to give you a pure mind. So this morning, if you want to say, Lord, it's not enough for you to forgive me. I need a new heart. One that's pure, one that is humble, one that is honest, one that is not selfish, one that is not envious. A pure heart, a clean heart. If you want to pray that prayer with me and with David, I want to ask you to stand where you are. You're crying out to God, saying, Lord, this is my prayer to you.
Jesus, for saving me. peace in their churches, peace in their communities, because you are the Prince of Peace. Thank you, Lord, for their ministry. Thank you for what you will do for them. We are not waiting till the battle is over. We are going to shout out because you will do for them. You have promised never to leave them or forsake them. So keep them near the cross, for near the cross there is a precious stone. Sometimes they get a little low and things may get bad. Help them to always remember to send up the praises to God, because when the praises go up, the blessings come down. Keep them faithful. Keep them true. Keep them in the heart of your hands. Because, Lord, it is better to be in the hands of God than in the